guys, and welcome to this new reading that I'm doing today. This is going to be about your financial or monetary gain, kind of about what is going for you, what is blocking your growth, that kind of stuff. We're doing 4 groups today. We've got group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Today I don't actually have any crystals or anything to choose with, so please make sure to take your time to meditate on the piles that you want to listen to. This could be either one or several, depending on what you feel. This is about your intuition and how you feel that the piles are calling you. Before we start, I just want to make sure that you know that tarot is not about the future. It's not about telling what is going to happen to you or anyone around you. It is about reading the energies that are around you currently. You are able to change whatever you hear if you don't like what you hear, and that's what this is for. It's for you to know what's coming or could be coming if you don't make any changes, and if you'd like to make changes, you can, based on what the energy is around you. I would also like to note that these are timeless readings, so whenever you find this message for you, it's going to be still good for you. It doesn't expire. It doesn't have an expiration date. So whenever you find it, it's good for you. So I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to meditate on which piles. Again, this is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the first pile, this is going to be your reading. And right off the bat, I can see some really good energy with the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. In combination, these two are really good for you when it comes to the monetary, just honestly, really anything. But the Queen of Pentacles talks about independence. It talks about being empowered. And I can sense that you're either in a really good place financially right now, or you're going to come into a really good financial spot with an opportunity that's coming to help you advance. And with the Sun, it does tell me that there is change and development coming. So these two in combination with each other are going to be really good for your financial future. However, you need to be careful when we're talking about the Seven of Swords. This is kind of a card of warning you. This is kind of warning you to be careful with the actions that you take, because this card is about meeting a bitter end by your own hand, so if you can see the symbolism in this card, he's kind of given up. He knows that he did something wrong and that it's coming for him. So this is, I don't think that this is telling you that something bad is going to happen. It's just warning you that be careful with the actions that you take when this new opportunity comes, or while being in that really good place of financial stability. Then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands signifies the beginning of completion. So it's kind of basically like the last challenge that you have to face before getting to the end. So if you can tell, the tarot comes in basically 1s to 10s. So you have your aces all the way up to your 10s, and the 9 is right before the 10. The 10 signifies completion. The 9 signifies that you're almost there. So the last battle before closing out the chapter, you should be brave and continue on, whatever the outcome is in relation to the Seven of Swords. You're almost there, and perseverance is always key. So make sure that you're just you're treading on. You're not just being kind of lazy or whatever. Like you need to finish this chapter, whatever the outcome is. But you have now the warning of watching out, so you should be able to have a good outcome on this. However, let's go with some oracle cards. Let's try and see what messages come from your spirit animals, just to kind of see what you can do to prevent meeting a bitter end by your own hand, as I was saying earlier. We've got the Sloth. Consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. So with this makes me feel like you are already in a really good place financially, but there is going to be an opportunity. So I was saying either or earlier. This makes me feel like you're already in a good place financially, but there is something coming that is going to make you feel even better. You're not necessarily super comfortable right now. You're living as you should be without fear of like not having enough, but there is something to make you there's something coming that's going to help you make a change to be actually comfortable. And so this, with this, considering the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess, is kind of telling you, be thankful for what you have right now. There are things coming, but stay humble and don't underappreciate what you already have. Now right over here we've got the chameleon. Conceal ambition with patience until it's time to make your move. I believe this one is talking about the Seven of Swords. So basically, be patient. Don't make any moves that you'll regret. Once again, it's just kind of telling you the same thing with that. And be sure that when you make your move, you're confident in it and you are not letting anybody take it from you. We've got the parrot. Let sunshine revitalize your soul and color transform your world. This is just talking about the happiness, the nice feelings that you're gonna have when you're able to be very financially stable. Be sure to enjoy that moment and be sure to appreciate what you are going to have, because it's really difficult to sometimes be thankful for what we have when we want more. That's just the way that I feel, because sometimes, like, I even myself tend to do this a lot. I feel like I'm in a really good place, but I want to, we always want to be superior to the self that we are right now, and that sometimes doesn't let me appreciate what I already have right now. And it's a little bit sad, but it also talks about ambition, not like a bad type of ambition, but like a trying to better yourself. That's what I'm getting at. And then, so this one wanted to come out, the eagle. Create your vision. Create your vision. Be sure that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, or wherever you're trying to go, you are fighting for it till the end. That's the Nine of Wands. And this right here is telling me that it's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think you can do it. I believe in you. Let's go with some Moonology just to make sure that we've got all of the information that we need for you. I usually do 3 oracle cards and your tarot just to make sure that we've got enough information for you. Right here we have, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So this again is telling me that Seven of Swords again, make sure that plan, you're not straying from it, and you have a plan so that you're not just going at whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, or whatever it is that comes your way, that opportunity coming, you're not wasting it or not treating it with the respect that it should be treated. So have a plan when it comes. Make sure to make a plan before just going at it willy-nilly. And then we've got, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. So once again, make a plan. Look at the bigger picture. Make sure that you're not doing anything that is going to ruin your plans or make it so that you're not where you're wanting to be, which is over here. All of these cards are actually working off of each other really nicely off of the tarot right now. They're really reiterating everything for you. I don't see any really like new information. It's just being like very like, Spirit is really trying to tell you to watch out for making mistakes, and really like kind of dumb mistakes, because these are things that can be prevented by making a plan, by looking at the bigger picture, by making sure that you are not your own fall. We're going to look at the Liminal Spirits deck right now. This one usually brings a little bit more of information, not necessarily just reiterating. So hopefully it does that for us this time as well. We've got which we're going to put right here. And we've got the deer. The deer is a card that actually comes up rather a lot on my readings. I'm going to pull one more of these for you. metal. Okay, let's read them from our little book. Okay, so the snail says to slow down and enjoy the scenery. Go ahead, give it a taste while you're at it. So I think this is really just telling you that even though there is an opportunity coming, there is really nothing that you can do to make it come faster. So just kind of enjoy where you're at. Consider the smallness of your needs right now and treasure what you possess. So at this moment, it's kind of telling you, it's connecting with the sloth and the opportunity that's coming in from the sun. So it's really telling you to kind of enjoy your path where you're at right now. It'll come and you'll know when it comes and you'll know what it is, and you can't really do anything to speed it up. So as of now, just continue what you're doing, continue on your path, but do watch out for that, doing something that could potentially ruin that for you. Then we had the deer. Take care to respect and make note of your surroundings. You don't need to be loud or big to make a difference. Move forward with grace and dignity. And I think that is talking about you don't, when that opportunity comes, you don't need to be loud. You don't need to be really obnoxious to really get your point across. Just kind of be humble, be still yourself, and you might be able to evade that way whatever situation was that it's warning you about. And then we had metal. All right, our tongues can be as sharp as knives. Do we seek to create a feast or to find fault and friction? Our deeds are like long-reaching swords. We can choose to defend or destroy with our actions. So this again, connecting to the Seven of Swords, letting you know that you can make a difference once again by being just yourself, not being too loud or too obnoxious or too extreme with passion when it comes to the situation that is being the demise of your happiness and your stability. So be sure to still, like I said, just take it easy, enjoy it, treasure what you have, and just kind of go at it the way that you have been so far. You seem to be on a really good spot for growth and just regular monetary gain. So hopefully this helps you. When I'm telling you to be cautious of, to be nice and humble, it doesn't mean be passive. It doesn't mean to not stand up for yourself. Please always stand up for yourself. It just means there is a way to go about doing things. And that's what this Seven of Swords is coming to tell you. And I think in combination with the Nine of Wands, it's telling you that there is something coming that will test you, and the way that you react to that test is what will determine your outcome. So I hope that you really enjoyed this reading. I hope it's going to help you to get to that financial stability that you're really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it for you. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, this video, and subscribe if you want to see more readings from me. And make sure to let me know in the comments section if anything really resonated with you for this reading, and I will see you on the next reading. Let's go to pile number 2. Okay, if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Here are your tarot cards, and let's start with the star. So this is the symbol of hope and guidance. This is talking about a period of inspiration and tranquility, and for some reason with this combination of cards, I'm sensing that this is my group of entrepreneurs. This is my group that has always seen the world of finances with a different lens. Either that, or you're starting to wake up to a different way of thinking about how you make your money. And the Nine of Pentacles, with this card, I can see that it's inevitable for you to make money. You're going to continue to learn. Your success is coming your way. You're learning and applying that financial literacy, and I can see that there is this air of luxury and wealth coming your way thanks to all of that learning that you're doing, and the guidance from the star. You have a group of I don't know if it's ancestors or a group of spirit guides that are really trying to help you out with that endeavor. Like I said, if you are trying to start your own business, if you're trying to be your own boss or make your money in a different way than what society is used to, there you have a group of people or a group of spirits, a group of ancestors that are really trying to help you make that happen for you. And wow, with the Queen of Pentacles, there it is, just farther confirming that success is coming your way. She is a successful woman. I think this card actually came out for us in the first group as well. So you guys are going to be really successful. Everything is going for you at this moment, and I don't see much getting in your way of success. If anything, maybe just yourself, and that is something that happens to all of us because, you know, imposter syndrome is a real thing, and it happens to me and it happens to everyone. So you have all of this knowledge that you've been working for, you have everything going for you, and then you kind of are like, you know what, I don't know, I'm not sure that I'm the right person for this. I don't know that I can do this. I don't know that I know enough to really get to where I want to be. And that is only us getting in the way of ourselves. Everything else is really like the stars are aligning for us and we're not listening. So if anything, I don't see much getting in your way except for yourself. Be sure to trust yourself. Be sure to trust your intuition. Trust your everything that you know. You know it for a reason, and you've been doing a lot of work to keep that in. So make sure that you're not being in the way of yourself. And then with the Knight of Wands, before you start going downhill, you always have to go up the hill, is what that means. So basically, you have to put in the work to get there. So make sure that you're doing your research, you're really learning from people that have already gotten there. Don't learn from people that tell you this is how you're supposed to do it, because take a look, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Take a look at the person that you're taking monetary advice from, because if you see, I don't know, maybe your dad or your grandpa, and they've always worked a 9 to 5, and they're always going to work a 9 to 5. Is that really what you want? If it is, then take their advice. If it is not, and you are trying to develop this lifestyle where you can travel, you can do all of these things, look at people that have already done that and take their monetary advice, because they're already there. They've already done that. So do your research, learn from the people that you're supposed to learn, and put in the work, because you're not there yet. Yes, you do have all of the things ready for you to get there, but you need to put in the work. Things are not just served to you on a silver platter, and as much as some of us would like to be an heir or an heiress, we have to be self-made to get there, and that is what the Knight of Wands is telling you. But you have all of the everything is aligned for you to get there. So let's see what your spirit animals have to say about this as well. The Lion, banish loneliness by reaching out to special friends. So again, make sure that you're learning from people that have already gotten there. Make connections. If you don't know anyone, research anyone that is, I don't know, a business owner around your area, and talk to them. Become a friend with them. Don't just ask them questions about how they got there and everything, but like actually develop a relationship with them, because that's the best way to learn, is not just asking questions, but really kind of seeing and being a part of their life really gets you there. Octopus, travel across Earth and oversea to securely embrace your dream. You might need to make a connection overseas. You might have to make a connection somewhere where you least expected it, to be able to learn from them, and that is totally okay. The internet is a thing now, so if you really cannot find someone locally, there is always the internet. There's always a friend. You know, there's tons and tons of people on TikTok that have their own small business, and they are successful at it. So maybe strike a conversation with them. And travel doesn't necessarily mean that you actually physically have to travel, but like if it does, then take advantage of it and go ahead and do it. We've got the Wolf, listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. So yeah, freedom is coming for you. Like I said, my group of entrepreneurs, you want to be free, you want to do something else, you want to make sure that you're making your money on a different way that the rest of the world is, and that really speaks to me, because that's what I want to be doing as well. The Water Buffalo, face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. Yeah, so I think that is really, once again, telling you with the Knight of Wands, make that work for you. Take the steps that need to be taken to get there, and do it with courage, and don't let that flame go out, because that is something that not a lot of people have. people can learn to have it, but most people right now, we're like indoctrinated into the way that we make money and the way that we think about work and that kind of stuff. So when you are born with that flame, it doesn't, and society doesn't extinguish it, take care of it. That is something that is kind of rare nowadays. So be sure to do that. Let's see what the moon has in store for us. We've got, you're very close to achieving your goal. Give us moon. You're really close to achieving your goal. So yeah, everything is aligned for you to get there. Just put in the work. That's so nice that spirit is really telling you, like, you've got this. You really don't have to worry much about anything other than putting in the work and making those connections. I love that for you. Fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries. So yeah, maybe you have Aries energy. Maybe you are your sun sign maybe is an Aries, because I see a lot of like fiery passion and I don't know, maybe you're not an Aries, but I can see that you are really passionate about what you're trying to do, and that is a good thing. That is a great thing, in fact. So keep that. Don't let it extinguish. Take care of it. Let's do some liminal spirits real quick. We've got the mandrake, the cave, and mugwort. All right, let's see what those mean. With our little book right here, we've got the mandrake. Love is in the air, and you should take in the aroma for yourself. Allow your heart to be open to romance, and it shall find its way to your doorstep. This might be romantic love, but it also could be like falling in love with yourself or falling in love with the situation that we're talking about. It could be relating to this and telling you that you are going to fall in love with your passion or your business that you're trying to start, or you are going to fall in love with the job that you're at or the position that you have that is allowing for you to make these kind of bougie decisions and that kind of stuff. So love is around the corner for you. So then we have the cave. A period of adjustment is necessary when entering the cave or leaving it. We must give our eyes and minds time to adjust the brightness of light and the shadow of darkness in order to see our way. So this is talking about, again, the Knight of Wands and learning everything that you can. You need to adjust in order for you to see what you need to do. So right now you are either inside the cave and you are trying to, you're living comfortably there. That's totally fine. But you see the sunshine just right across the way. If you leave the cave, you're going to have the brightness, the luxury, the everything that you've always wanted. And for that, you need to adjust your sight. You need to learn all the things that you can about your financial future and how to invest, or how to continue being a good boss for your employees, or even just starting up your own business. You need to learn how to do that. You need to adjust to get there. And then we have mugwort, which says, you may feel like you have lost your way or are stuck in a rut. Look to mugwort for guidance or illuminate the path before you and show you new opportunities. So mugwort might be a really good plant to have around, because you could be doing some meditation with it and it could open up your mind to new possibilities or ideas. So this plant could help you out. So if you feel connected to it, or if you feel like you need a little bit of guidance, get some mugwort and try to illuminate your path with either meditation or guidance from your team of spirit guides that are there for you. They're here for you. They're really helping you out. So I hope you guys liked this reading. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and in the comments let me know what resonated with you, if anything. And if you liked the reading and you would like to continue to see more of these from me, please subscribe. I will be putting at least one reading a week. I think I'm going to start doing on Mondays. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next reading, and let's move on to group number 3. All right, if you chose pile number 3, this is going to be your reading. You are my group number 3, and Wow. Okay, so starting off, really strong energy with the King of Swords. This tells me that you're a very intellectual person because the suit of swords talks about your intellect, and the king is like the obviously king of intellect. He's gotten where he's at, by way of his like mental clarity and his adaptability. So you have to be able to trust your intuition as much as you trust your brain, which is something that is hard for some of us. For me, it's the other way around. Actually, I trust my intuition more than I trust my consciousness, I guess. I feel like I have like a little bit of imposter syndrome, and I was talking to I think it was group number 2 about it. You have to be able to be adaptable and be able to switch and trust both your intellect and your intuition, because that's something that I feel like this group is really not that good about. You trust your intellect more than your intuition. And the Hermit tells me that you are your own worst enemy. I can see here that you're the only thing that is stopping your own growth, and you need to do some period of reflection to see what it is that you are doing to stop you from growing financially. Regardless of your current financial situation, you're, like I said, you're blocking your own growth, and the way to get past this is through a time of retrospect and self-awareness, really just kind of knowing what it is that you're doing to block yourself. It might be that you're either, you're having doubts about if you are really into this business, or if you are really into your job, or you want to change, or you want to start your own business, or whatever it is. You need to make sure that you are 100% committed to what you're doing, and that's going to allow you to grow. With the Eight of Pentacles, I think this kind of further reaffirms, because the Eight of Pentacles is the card of like honing your own skill and mastering your craft. And I think you need to look deep within to figure out what you want to do, like I was saying. And once you figure that out, you need to perfect it and work hard and smart to reach a level of mastery or comfort with it in order to make things happen for you. So if you're already in your dream job, it's time to really like become the best in your field. And if you're not there yet, figure out what it is that your dream job is before mastering it. But then with the Six of Wands, I can see that this is kind of like the beautiful happy ending that we are all looking for. So in my eyes, what I can see right here, there is a happy ending for you. It doesn't mean that you're just never going to get there. This is kind of the card of like completion and success and progress, self-confidence. So and also I think like recognition. I'm fully and completely sure that you'll have a successful and abundant future, as long as you continue to go on that path of self-reflection and self-awareness, and you master what you're already good at, or what you think that you want to do. And with that, you'll get to be somebody that is successful and abundant financially. And like I said, you might even receive some recognition for it. So if you're able to figure out what it is that you want to do and work hard at it, you can get there. Let's go and see what the moon has to say about it. So this one wanted to jump out. Your dreams need a practical plan. So there you go, retrospect. Make sure that first off, you know what your dreams are, and then make a plan for it. I think this is the second time that this card has come out for us on our readings this time around. And I can see why, because it really actually did make sense on the other reading as well. This one we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So make sure that you are really, again, like I said, figure out what your dream is. But when you are there, make sure that you're really like trusting your intuition to get there. I understand that sometimes dreams are something that you feel like it's not a possibility. You're like, well, that's just like dreaming too much, or that's just being too unrealistic, or idealistic maybe. But trust that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. Honestly, you really can. So make sure that you are meeting both your dream and your intellect and your intuition to get there, and take a time to really figure out what it is that you want to do, and then put a plan in practice. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can to perfect that, and you'll get there. Let's do one more of the moon for you. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So yeah, so with this whole plan in place, I think you'll get there without any trouble. It really shouldn't be too hard for you. Maybe you already know what it is that you want to do. Maybe you already know that I don't know, you want to be there a veterinarian or whatever, and you know that for that you need to make a plan to go to school, and then you need to either like have a volunteer at a clinic or something like that for you to get there, and your final dream is to be a pet surgeon or a dog surgeon or whatever, but you think that you can't get there because X, Y, and Z. Make that plan. You can get there, and you can be the best at it too. So that was just an example, obviously, but I don't know why it came to me that you wanted to be a veterinarian. I don't know, maybe you do, but what I'm saying is you can achieve really anything that you put your mind to. Like I was saying, with your spirit animals, they have this message for you. Dear, take note of messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. Listen to people that want to help you. Typically, sometimes we're like very, very like want to be independent, so much so that we feel that whoever is here to actually lend a hand, we think that they have these two wanted to come out. We think that they have like an agenda, like a hidden agenda or something like that, and most of the time people actually really just want to help. So do listen to the people that want to help you get there, but make sure that you trust them first. Don't just listen willy-nilly, like I was saying earlier. The Cobra, change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. This is talking about making that change into either the career path that you want to be at, to start making all that financial stability and success. But it's telling you that with all that change that you're doing, you get to shed that skin like the snake. You get to let go of all of those feelings of, I don't know, either like money tightness, or like you're barely making ends meet, or you don't have enough money to relax and go out and do things and have fun. With making that change and honing your craft, you're shedding all of those feelings away. And people say that money is the root of all evil, but honestly, if you had all of this wealth, what would you do with it? Would you help somebody? Would you donate to charity? Would you know what I mean? So having all the money in the world, it does not buy happiness, but it really helps you to not worry about things like having to pay rent or what you're going to eat tomorrow or whatever. So no, it does not buy happiness, but in the right hands, it can be very beneficial to yourself and to other people. The Bear, nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. So this tells me that it might be something creative that you want to do. You might be trying to be a YouTuber, or you might want to be, I don't know, just an artist. And there is success in art nowadays. I don't know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, make sure that you are, again, perfecting it so that you can return to the sweetness of life, or not having to worry about when you're gonna have the next paycheck. Okay, last but not least, we're going to do your Liminal Spirits. This is another Oracle deck, and I usually do these three. We've got the Toad, and I think the Toad, this is the second time that's come up too. So you might either be, you might want to listen to group 1 as well. I think that's the one that it came out on. You might want to listen to that group as well, or maybe you are group 1 and you're listening to this one. And then we also have the Hare. So let's see what those mean. Alright, the Toad says, take a chance on something that may seem unlikely to you. Fortune will reveal herself to you. Something that may seem unlikely, follow your dreams. Like I was saying, I don't know why, but spirit or something was telling me, my intuition was telling me that there is something that you want to do that you think that you cannot. Take a chance on it. Make sure that you are combining or clashing those two worlds of the intellectual and the intuition and your dreams to be able to achieve your goals. So try something that may seem unlikely to you. I'm sure that you'd be surprised on all the things that you can actually do. And then we have the hair. Blessings of fertility and abundance of a physical nature or in terms of creativity and opportunity are coming your way. But sometimes there can be too much of a good thing, so pace yourself. Yeah, so again, like I said, you are on the path to be successful if you do all these things. There's abundance, there is fertility. This could either be in the form of like actual fertility and you're trying to have a child, or it could be just of creativity or abundance monetarily or otherwise, of intellect or of whatever it is. There is the opportunity for you to get there, but it warns you that too much of a good thing can be bad at once. Not necessarily overall, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Take your time to perfect that craft of yours. Don't just go at it all at once, because that could actually be detrimental to your growth. And with that, I think we're going to finish your reading. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up on this video, and if you would like to hear more readings from me, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are aware every time that I upload a new reading for you. And let me know down in the comments if anything resonated with you. And with that, let's move to group number 4. Alright, if you chose pile 4, this is going to be your reading, and welcome to it. We've got some really good energy looking for you as well, monetarily. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. This is a little bit cautionary for you, but this one is one of my favorite cards, and you'll see why in a second. But with the Wheel of Fortune, this just really kind of means that cycles are happening. This is a card of cycles, beginnings, ends. It's also the card of karma. It's telling you that life is ever changing, and if things aren't going your way right now, you can rest assured that this can change at any time. And just keep in mind that what goes around comes around is basically what it's saying. Your karma really does come back to you, letting you know that things can turn around at any point, whether for better or worse. The Star is a card of hope, so in combination, it makes me feel like either you're at an okay place right now or kind of a lower end of things, but it's going to change pretty soon. And this is actually I think it's the second time that this card came up in this reading. I think group number 2 also had this card. And I love when this card comes up, and especially in combination with the Wheel of Fortune. Like I was saying, it just signifies hopes for the future, and that things are about to look brighter for you. However, the 7 of Wands is, in this case, I think a little bit cautionary, because with things changing and the future looking brighter and the tables turning in your favor, people are going to start to be a little bit envious or see you as like competition or something like that. So be sure to stay on your A game to prevent somebody from taking what you have been working so hard for. This could be either at your current job, or if you're trying to start a business of your own. If you're at your current job, you might be, escalating, going up the ladder, and somebody might be jealous of you and talking about you to either your superiors or whatever, and that could be a detriment to your not only your reputation, but also to your financial and your growth in the company. If it comes to being your own boss and owning your own business, it could be somebody is jealous of that success that you're having, and they want to copy and do what you're trying to do. So make sure that you are always innovating. You're always staying at the top of the game for that. Now, when it comes to death, this card is so misunderstood, and I think it has to do a lot with the misportrayals that have been going around in media about this card. It doesn't always mean death. It's a good card to come up when you're trying to make a change. It means that you are leaving something behind, and with death usually comes rebirth, so something new is taking its place. This card is kind of like a spring cleaning of all of the things that don't serve you anymore, and allowing for that Wheel of Fortune to turn with ease after getting rid of all of that anchoring weight. So in this case, it's a good thing for you to have this card. I can see only like bright future coming ahead of you. You do have to work for it, and you do have to defend your success, your land per se, because there are going to be people that get jealous. There are going to be people that don't want you to succeed, and you need to be prepared for that. But I do see a lot of success for you, and let's see if your animal guides also see that. This was actually a really like self-explanatory reading. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to understand what the cards are trying to say, but this was like very just straight to the point and super easy to figure out. Oh, this one wants to come out. The llama. Let courage lead you to seek support and overcome a fear of intimacy. This might have to do with if somebody is jealous of you. It might be telling you to, as hard as it seems, or you might not want to do this, but you might have to get to know that person a little bit better so that they understand that what you're doing is not threatening them. Overcome fear of intimacy doesn't necessarily mean intimacy as in like in the bedroom or anything like that. I think it just really means like open yourself up and let other people know who you are and what you are about. And that could help you change people's perspectives of you and make sure that you are protecting, as I was talking about, protecting your success. And it doesn't have to be a fight. It can be really just like a killing with kindness kind of a thing, where you let people know who you are and they just become your friend instead. We have the beaver. Investing in home comforts provides security and family togetherness. This could mean that you're going to have a really good home family. If you have a family already, this advancement is going to make you guys be more comfortable and make a stronger bond with each other, thanks to being more comfortable monetarily. And I told this to group number 3. Money is not the root of all evil. It's who manipulates the money, the thing that they do with it, that is what is evil or good. So money can be a really good thing for you, especially if it could bring happiness to your family or more comfort to your family. And that is something that I think we need to understand as a society. And then we have this one that really just flew out. The peacock. Protect your heart from those who may cheat before they hurt you. Talking about the 7 of Wands. Once again, protect your heart for those that might cheat. They might say nasty things about you at work. They might try to put your character down, that kind of stuff. We never know, but it doesn't have to be like a literal fight. Just make sure that you're prepared for it. And like I said, maybe make them your friend, or to the people that they are talking to. It might not be worth it to make them your friend, but to the people that they are talking to and saying all these things, or whatever it is that they're doing to make you look bad, make sure that those people that they are talking to know your real self. They know who you really are, and that way nobody will believe this person or people. It could be more than just one. We've got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. What am I saying? You're having everything in your favor, and everyone really has got any of the readings today have gotten this, not this card, but like this same feeling where everything is aligning for them. There was a group that really needed to work on themselves a little bit first, but in the end there was like success was inevitable. A time to give rather than take. And that could be investing in your home comforts. Again, if you have a family, if you don't have a family, maybe you have roommates, or maybe you're just living with somebody, or you're still living at home with your parents. It's a time to give. It's a time to make sure that everyone is comfortable, not only yourself, and not only taking, because sometimes we are at home with our parents and we just don't help them enough. We're just feed me, buy me clothes, do all of these things for me. And yes, it is their responsibility, number one, but number two, they are doing so much for you already that they don't need you to be ungrateful of it, first off. And second off, you should be grateful and you should be doing these things for them. Just saying. I don't know. Look at the bigger picture. Moon in Sagittarius, I think, has to do with the Wheel of Fortune and death. There is change coming, and you need to shed some of that stuff so that you can grow even further. So make sure that you are looking at everything that isn't serving you and getting rid of it. If it is your job, find a new one that you think it's going to be a better fit for you than this one, because that's the only way that you can advance. If you are happy in your job, if you are happy in your life, if you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, there is absolutely no way that you're not going to be successful. Now we're going to do, last but not least, some liminal spirit messages to make sure that there isn't any more information that we're missing here. We've got metal, and the fish. And let's see what those have to say. All right, the blood of the earth is the same as what runs in your veins. Recognize the divine within yourself. Yeah, just make sure that you're trusting yourself. Make sure that you know what you want to do and you're doing it full-heartedly. I think this is a message for everyone, not just in a reading. And recognize that you are enough. You are good enough to provide. You are good enough to succeed. You are good enough to progress, basically. And then we have the fish. You are the master of your space. Take time to enjoy where you are, who you are, and how you are. You are something to celebrate. So these two cards, I think, are really just giving you some encouragement. If you have been feeling down about where you're at or who you are, just make sure that you know that things are changing always, but there is hope coming for you. So don't give up on yourself. You are good enough, and you can do all of these things and more. And honestly, I believe in you, and I think you can make good things happen for you. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more readings from me. I hardly ever do negative readings because I think there is enough negativity in the world already. Most times when I do readings, they are with good intention. So it sets us up to have a good reading for you, and how you can change the energy around you for the better for you. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that your financial endeavors really grow and do everything for you that we have been talking about. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye.